actually work on their own.
Yep.
No, like when I'm bored and I don't know what to play on my Xbox, I play Minecraft, and I'm pissed because the one realm I had recently joined, like a lot of people are inactive, and then stopped freaking like they
Guys,
built
we're
right
live.
next to where I built, and I built something really nice.
We're live. We're back.
We can talk about Minecraft on the stream.
Yeah, we can. However, we were just about to go into now showing, so therefore.
I get that, but I'm just saying.
Now showing.
Yep, let's go.
As I almost die.
Jesus Christ, why is that? Okay, so can you guys go ahead and, I guess, reshare it? I don't know. I don't know if any of y'all shared it or not. The link should still be a different, no, it's going to be a different link. Hold on. Jesus Christ, I hate this sometimes.
Discord was messing up when I tried to share that, so I can't really share it.
I can bring it up.
You
There
don't
was a
have to
guy
use Discord.
trying to say, as the speaker of the stoners, and I was like, you do not speak for the stoners. Do not pull that shit.
No, I said as a speaker for the Fellowship of the Dudes.
No, I was talking about there was a guy in a comment on Shade Arena's post. I'm one of the people who speak for the stoners. Like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No. We stop trying to put us in this shit.
Yep, pretty much. All right, but anyways, so for now showing, we have, of course, this lovely little graphic.
We lost
Scream.
Joe.
Of course, we lost Joe. Anyways, we of course have Scream, the latest in the franchise, sadly without Wes Craven, but underneath Spyglass Entertainment's new management. They are just called Scream, even though it is Scream 5, like all of the Scream movies exist in this universe. So, of course, we are, we're back in Woodsboro. There's new Ghostface killers, and, there's just a little bit of, like I spoke earlier, there is just a little bit of a meta commentary on toxic fandoms and how they do rebootquels, which is essentially like what Halloween did, where only the first film matters and it's a direct sequel. And there's a really good monologue about that. I actually genuinely enjoy this movie. I would highly recommend seeing it in theaters. This is going to be something that I will definitely snag a copy for on Blu-ray as soon as I get the other copies. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this movie. It is really good. Even though the Ghostface killers are kind of obvious, they do enough misdirects where I was like, okay, maybe it's not. Especially with one character, and then they turn out to be, they turn out to be a killer, and you're like, okay, well then they did kind of call it, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. It was fine. I genuinely love the climax of this movie, though it does feel a little rushed after the killers are revealed. But yeah, no, this film is a lot of gory fun. I would highly recommend it. But yeah, any thoughts, comments, concerns on Scream franchise as a whole, but particularly Scream 5?
I mean, I kind of wish they'd die out already, but I mean, whatever.
This is like the cool thing is like this one is actually genuinely, like, in my personal opinion, I think it's warranted, especially with toxic fandoms, because I mean there's always some type of meta commentary that you can do on like fandoms, you can do in horror. I mean, you look at the first one is a meta commentary on horror films as a whole, slasher films particularly. Second one is big one about sequels. The third one is about trilogies. And then of course there's also the fourth one was basically reboots and modern day commentary. And so now we have one that is about toxic fandoms and rebootquels. So like reboots that are also sequels. So that's kind of because that's the biggest thing right now. Like I said, Halloween from 2018. Another one that did it recently was son of a bitch. What was it?
I know a bunch of the Alien and Predator movies were also like.
Kinda. The Alien movies like Alien Covenant and Prometheus, those were technically prequels.
Yeah.
Technically, I only say technically. Fuck shit, my dad's gonna come in here and I'm making way too much noise. Anyways, that being said, Any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Scream?
Oh, not really.
Well, I
Very
mean,
similar
in
to
general,
mine.
I think I've seen like the whole just comedy genre just being shifted into more of like, what can we do not only to modernize horror, but the fact of also trying to connect each different like movie and different like sequel to all be connected together as well too. Because I know a lot of people like, especially for me, I don't know why, I'm just more fascinated with the lore and like a lot of tidbits and nods of like the original stuff that's being like sneaked in the films and stuff. I like that. So I mean,
I will tell you this: they're how they connect certain characters to certain legacy characters is pretty well done. There is a character named Wes in there. I thought that was a nice nod. Yeah. So, It's also played by the 13 Reasons Why kid, who is a part of the cast, and he's a pretty good character. Like honestly, I think he's I say kid, he's probably my age, but you know, I genuinely I think the cast for this, especially the new cast, was really done well. The ones that do die, I was like, oh, I did not expect you to. Damn, okay, you know, like there was one that was kind of just there, really as a misdirect, but like the way that they get killed kind of catches you off guard because you're like, okay, they're gonna reveal the killer at some point, and the way that they do it is very similar to the first film, which is intentional, and then you know it goes from there. But if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and go into our first topic for the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, our first topic is we might have our official live-action Robin in the DCEU, and it's most likely going to be Dylan O'Brien. I think this is a good choice. He's a good actor. Definitely, he was the best part of the Maze Runner sequels. And honestly, you know, like this guy is already. I mean, you know, with the fact that they had to delay the third movie, you know, this is like, you know, we have the. I mean, he's willing to do physical stunts at this point, so that's always a good thing. And I think with Robin, he could definitely do it. The only other person I think that could have pulled off Robin just because he has a background in gymnastics is Tom Holland, but he's already busy. So no, I hate giving everything to Tom Holland. But yeah, I still think Dylan O'Brien is a great choice for a live action Robin. What do you guys think?
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for it on the core. I really am.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite superhero is Batman.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm ready. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm getting tired of the first Robin. But if you're gonna have Batman in a live action scene, you gotta start throwing in Tim Drake or Jason Todd like they did with the Batman. That one.
I personally think Dylan O'Brien would not be a bad Jason Todd, just for like first year Jason Todd or first year or two of Jason Todd, like a young Jason Todd. Everybody I know wants Jensen Ackles, who is great for an older Jason Todd, but not like the 20-year-old Jason
younger.
Todd. Yeah, he's. I mean, Jensen. I mean, he's pushing like freaking. He's pushing what 40?
Right,
I think.
Yeah.
Please tell me you know who the first Robin was.
It was Dick Grayson.
Okay, good boy.
Yeah, or I thought we were talking actors. I was like trying to think of the guy's name.
Ever call me good boy,
bro? I thought we were talking about like. I thought we were talking about names. I know Jason Todd was the second one, and they killed him off because everybody hated him.
Oh no! So the rumors about that is wrong. The rumors about that was wrong. What happened was, a Tro decided to go ahead and call in on a phone a bunch of different times just to be able to do it, just to be able to get him killed.
I think that's a rumor, bro. I mean, they had a fan, like, you had to send in letters. I mean, yeah, you could call, but they were also accepting letters, and I doubt very seriously someone just called a whole bunch of times, because that was back when toll numbers were a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it. That would rack it up pretty quickly. I think not a lot of people like Jason Todd just because everybody liked Dick Grayson and all that fun stuff, but like I think Tim Drake is okay. But I personally think my favorite has to be Jason Todd just because he is Red Hood. But Damian Wayne is a really good Robin. Mostly because he's 99% of the time not afraid to kill.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
Father.
wonder. Let's go over the stats. He was raised by the
League of Assassins. I know. I've seen I've read the comics. I've seen the movies. Do not get all fucking comic nerd on me. I will win. I will not win, but I will fight. Okay. But any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Dylan O'Brien becoming the latest live-action Robin in the DCU in the new Batgirl movie? I forgot to bring that tidbit.
I'm perfectly fine with it because he's a really good actor. Like,
yeah,
he brings a lot of good energy to characters, and I'm
He
good for it.
brings his characters to life, and
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you just gotta find the right actor. Because honestly, just putting the same, like, not to say the same actors, but like most, like Tom
The same
Holland,
type of actors.
Tom Holland could be put in so many different movies, but at the same time, you gotta just kind of like.
Except the fact that
Alright,
he can
we
only
need
do so
something
many.
new.
For a while.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
instead of putting Tom on every fucking movie we can think of, which is going to cause him to have a burnout, or he's going to have
Yeah.
a break.
I mean, you don't want your actors to have a burnout because that actually damages their career.
Ooh,
Yeah, you don't want to pull a Rock, Dwayne Johnson, of just putting him through everything, and
No.
God.
The Rock
Yeah,
only
you're-
agrees
you're
if there
sound
is jungles, or he gets to show off his pecs. That's the only reason why Dwayne The Rock Johnson agrees. It's like either he
If
gets
he's
What
in
about
to
Game
jungle,
Plan?
no, whether there's jungles, like forests, like jungles, or he gets to show off his muscles in some way, shape, or
Okay,
form.
explain the game plan then.
Okay, that was before. I'm talking about now.
You're thinking about now, okay.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm talking
he's-
about current day Dwayne Johnson. I'm talking about bald Dwayne Johnson, not with hairline.
The game plan, Dwayne Johnson actually still had a lot of energy and emotion,
Yeah.
and
he
now
actually does.
He's
I
just
thought he
stoic.
did show off his pecs in that movie, didn't he?
Well, he does, but I'm talking about like current now, like big, bold, bald
Okay,
Dwayne
I'm
Johnson.
just saying, like.
I'm talking about, like,
saying that
current day
certain
Dwayne Johnson.
criteria-
Criteria
You're
for
saying
him.
certain criteria for him. He still does that in that movie. So,
No,
I
he
mean,
does.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he doesn't. What I'm
but
saying
he still
is,
shows a good bit of emotion.
yes. Here's what I'm saying. Current
Oh, he
day,
showed emotion in
swole,
Walker.
bald Dwayne Johnson either has to be able to show off his muscles, or has to be in a jungle. Those are the two criteria
Or
for
both.
him to say yes,
Or both.
I mean,
or both.
Good show off of that is Journey 2.
Journey 2,
Oh yeah, Journey 2.
Journey 2,
Very
We had
Jumanji,
both aspects. Jungle
Red
and
Notice.
San Andreas.
San
Red
Andreas, whatever that Die Hard ripoff was, Jungle Cruise,
Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw,
Never saw that one.
Central Intelligence.
Oh.
Oh no, wait,
Okay,
no,
Red
it's not
Notice.
showing off his muscles. There's two criteria. Either it's with Kevin Hart, or it has jungles in it.
Yeah.
That's the next thing I'm going to bring up. Stop over just saying, oh, Kevin Hart's hilarious. He's not as funny as everybody says he is.
Oh, I love him. I
He's
think
funny in
hilarious.
small doses, and that's not a joke. But
I think it's
Yeah.
super hilarious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny in small doses.
he is funnier.
But-
He's funnier in smaller
Funny
doses.
man on Earth is like saying, I can't bring it Ryan Reynolds. It's like saying that Dwayne Johnson's the most overbloated fucking actor, especially since we have Tom Cruise.
No,
Well,
not
I
a
mean,
lot of
right
people talk
now,
about Tom
the
Cruise all
one,
that
like-
often, though.
We
I
are-
mean, right now the thing we're in the era of Dwayne Johnson still. So I
We
mean,
are.
until like a big actor or a newcomer comes around and just knocks him off the pedestal, I don't see anybody talking about
I see
anybody else besides
Dave Bautista possibly taking the mantle away from The Rock.
Dave Bautista's been doing movies way longer than he did. Way longer than he
Yeah.
did. He still hasn't got the credit he deserves in some of the movies.
I thought Bautista didn't do a movie until Guardians of the Galaxy, because that was like his first
No.
on set.
No,
yeah.
he's done.
No, Bautista's been doing movies way before.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with especially professional wrestling, because now I'm getting into my stuff now.
Oh boy.
Okay,
But most of those guys,
How do we get off topic though?
Lewis.
mo-
Yeah.
most of those guys, at some point in their career, they already have like their movies from like their WWE studios or whatever the crap they like to call it. At some point, when they get to a point like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and all the old wrestlers, they start leaning towards movies. So I mean, you know, they've already gone like, especially with John Cena. John Cena was in nine rounds, was in, you know, a lot of other movies. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
I did enjoy The Marine.
yeah.
It's not because of John Cena. It's because it had a great fucking story.
Yeah. Okay, so on to our next topic. Speaking of Batman, The Batman has its official rating, and while upsetting most people, including me, it is not going to be rated R.
How do you
It
feel?
is going to be rated PG-13. I feel sad. However, I also feel hopeful, because here's the thing. The Dark Knight is probably one of the most violent Batman movies I have ever seen. And they got away
for
with
sure.
a
Yes, it is.
fuck ton.
Yeah,
But the way that they did it is very little swearing, little to no drinking, and no
I will
sex.
You've mainly seen a lot of the anger and the destruction in Batman versus Superman.
That's true. However, they were not able to get away with a lot of like as graphic as stuff as they did. Like, yeah, they cut away from a lot of stuff, but like
Out of the anguish and pain. Because you don't really see him stamping a fucking bat symbol on anybody
no.
in any other movie. But Batman versus Superman, he's like, fuck you, you're getting branded.
Yeah. And actually, in the extended edition, it is Lex Luthor that is causing them to get killed in prison. So.
Doesn't surprise.
Yup. Anyways, that being said, how do you guys feel about The Batman being rated PG-13?
I think it's a
I mean,
good movie, but
I mean, it's
a little violence in that bitch like you're supposed to. There ain't no point of a Dark Knight movie like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright. Go ahead.
I mean,
It'll
there's
be
different ways of going at it. I mean, right now there's still like, and it's gonna be the same argument. They're still trying to make sure that there's not too much violence and all that stuff because they blame everything that has to do with nerd culture. That it's like, oh, this is why we have violence, high violence, or this is why we have these problems. And I'm like, not really. It's just people who are irresponsible with their actions, if I'm being honest. So I mean,
yeah.
Exactly. Pinning it on a certain, like, for the longest time you heard, oh, gaming makes people angry.
No.
No,
It fucking does.
Violent games. Okay,
there's
violent
things
games do not make us angry. Idiots that play violent games make us angry. There's a difference.
Exactly. There's people who should not be playing video games who have problems that shouldn't even be touching anything whatsoever. So.
Yep. But continue,
and
shut up.
that's what I believe is stop pinning it on some culture or community, and some people are just fucking dicks.
Yeah.
Just because one bad apple does it doesn't mean that everybody else is a bad apple.
Yeah. Pointing
Exactly.
the fucking at some reason that you think is there.
Anyways, back on topic. Miranda, what were you going to say?
I don't remember.
How do you feel about the Batman being rated PG-13?
It'll be interesting. I feel like there's a lot of good they can do by making it PG-13, but also knowing a lot about Batman, I know that there's a lot of blood and gore and violence.
Yes and no.
That
Yeah.
it just can go either way. But I'm excited.
Oh yeah. No, I am too, for sure. I'm excited about it regardless, but I do think just like how brutal that first trailer shot was, or that first trailer was. I think a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, are they actually gonna make a rated R Batman movie?" And I was one of them. I'm like, "Yeah, maybe they fucking are." I genuinely don't know. So like, I was like, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I have no idea. But that's just kind of the thing. And yeah. Any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the Batman being rated R, or being rated
I still think
PG-13?
It's definitely going to be a new thought process.
Uh-huh.
Because personally, I don't really care for Pattinson, and it's not just Twilight. It's
I
just
think he's trying to rebrand himself because of Twilight.
Yeah.
Honestly,
There's a lot of
Kristen
factors
Stewart's
that
been doing
wanna
okay with that
rebrand
too.
themselves.
Like Kristen Stewart actually proved that she can have a personality.
his chance to get out of that Twilight spotlight.
Oh yeah, I mean he's been doing a lot of indie movies because of that, just to prove that he is a good actor. Because I mean he is. He's a genuinely good actor. But
I mean, if you think about it, he started on Harry Potter before he.
Yeah, that is
accepted
true.
his
He
role.
started.
he did Harry Potter
Mm.
and Twilight at the same time. They both came out the same year.
But Harry Potter came out
you.
first, so everybody knew who he was because of Cedric Diggory before he became Edward in Twilight.
Yeah, but he was more marketed as Edward Cullen than Cedric Diggory.
I get that,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like,
Oh, I'm not saying that a lot of the
That's
Harry
very
Potter
well
fandom
known.
didn't go. I'm not saying a lot of Harry Potter fandom didn't go see Twilight because of it. I mean, they did, yeah. But
they did because they knew who that actor was.
yup. Anyways, you guys ready to go to our next topic?
Yep.
This is one I think
Yep.
Miranda's actually going to be interested in. So our next topic is apparently Tim Allen is going to be handling the. He's going to be basically the lead of the new Santa Claus series on Disney Plus, and I think let's get him away from Toy Story. I still think he can do Santa Claus okay. It'd just be interesting to see how they do it with this, because honestly, the third one kind of left it off at a pretty decent note. I mean, like maybe it's more like, oh, his son's about to take over the mantle instead of him. That would be interesting, but like I genuinely don't know.
Which son? Because he had two technically.
Yeah, he had
I would
two.
love
He had
Charlie.
and then Buddy.
Charlie and
I
Buddy.
would love Charlie, but I think Buddy would probably do it because Buddy's grown up in the North Pole. Or maybe they could do something similar, or they could switch it around and be like, Charlie has a terrible life, he would rather be Santa Claus, and Buddy wants to go outside of the North Pole. I think that could be interesting drama, for sure. I could see this being a quick mini-series, honestly.
I'm excited.
I'm wondering.
Know the theory.
Is anybody what?
I'm wondering how many old cameos from the three movies that are.
Well, Father
going to be
Time will be able to
100%
show
couple of
up.
them.
Yeah, Father Time won't be able to show up because Peter Boyle is dead.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I think
Usually,
if they're gonna cast Father Time, I feel like they're gonna cast Father Time, get one of the mortal actors to play him.
immortal actors.
Honest to God, I genuinely, and I love this choice. Either Mark Hamill, or just for the pure comedy of it, Harrison Ford.
Uh-oh.
Harrison
I mean,
Ford is
but
Father
it is
Time.
like-
Another
I
name
don't-
to throw in there. Dick Van Dyke.
I don't.
Oh, Dick Van
I
Dyke would
don't-
be perfect.
I don't think Harrison. I think because I mean at a certain point I even watched some of his interviews. I think he's done. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
besides
he's
the,
kinda done, yeah.
rumored. Besides the rumored other Indiana Jones movie that's supposed to be coming out.
No, he's apparently a part of that.
After
They're shoveling his corpse on screen, so.
Yeah, I don't see him doing anything else besides that, and
It's assuming that even gets off the ground. Honestly, I don't even know if the production's still going or not. But that being said, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Tim Allen Tim Allen running the new?
I'm honestly excited. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do because he is a great actor, and I think the Santa Claus movies were some of his better movies. I mean, I love Toy Story, but not as much as I love the Santa Claus movies.
Yeah. Shadow,
Tim
what were you
Allen
trying to
was
say?
more like
Yeah. Shadow, what were you trying to say?
Does anybody else know the theory?
What is the theory?
What theory?
So there's a theory movie that the elves planned the murder of the Santa Claus that came before Tim Allen.
I have heard of that theory.
Because there
I haven't
was
heard that theory.
that if you paid attention to it, like the lead elf was like, we've been
Bernard.
watching a while.
Yeah. Bernard, yeah. It's true. He does say
There's
that.
Some tricks, like they knew where his son was going to school and all sorts of shit. And I kind of sat there and I thought about it one day. I was like, that is pretty fucking sus.
Yeah. Alright. But any more thoughts, comments, concerns on this? Gallows, you've been quiet.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna like the movie.
I can't
Alright.
wait for it to come out.
I really hope
Just
that
curious.
they combine, like they put a bunch of aspects of all the 3 movies that have came out. I really hope they do.
As little from the third one as possible. That's my personal opinion. But that's just me. Alright, on to our next topic.
I ain't really casted for Jack Frost. It's just
It was bad writing. It was a lazy attempt. It was a cash grab. But that being said, on to our next topic. It is official. Microsoft will no longer be making any Xbox Ones in the near future. They're going to focus on the Xbox Series S and X for now. How do you guys feel about this? I've yet to still... I want to go get an Xbox One, but I don't know if I can.
PlayStation 4 did it. PlayStation 4 said they were going to stop making the games, the Simpsons. So I kind of figured they would have done it too.
Yeah, well, I don't think PlayStation's going to do it
I'm
just
done.
yet because nobody... You're at least able to get a Microsoft S right now. Nobody's able to get not even a single digital edition of PS5 right now. Not without scalpers. So...
Here's the thing, for me, since I've been an Xbox player for a long time, I think I'm done. Like, it's essentially, like, I don't know why, I've just felt this even when I got my Series 1S, that I think I've just completely, like, I'm sticking with that one, and I'm not spending any money otherwise, not just because of scalping, and not just because of the low amount of, like, consoles that are being distributed and stuff. I think I'm at a point to where I'm, like, you know, whether I have an Xbox or whether I get a PS4 or 5, or the new Xbox, I think I'm at a point where I'm like, I think I want to go to PC. I think that's the more...
Well, yeah. The only real reason why you should get an Xbox at this point is there are a few Xbox exclusives, but you can also get Xbox Live on, or Xbox Game Pass on your freaking computer now. So, really, there is no reason why you should have an Xbox unless they start making console exclusive stuff, but I don't think they're going to do that. Mostly because Microsoft is a computer company, first and foremost. Now, I would say, yeah, go ahead, switch over to PC, get it one built, and then get a PlayStation 5. Because PlayStation will probably never have any of their exclusives, aside from God of War, going to PC.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I mean, like, realistically, the only reason why you should own other than if you're just an Xbox fanboy, then yeah, I mean, go ahead, collect it and everything, but, like, my whole thing is I want to get one because, yeah, I want the mini fridge. I want the little mini fridge. I want to crack it open, put a few Cokes in there. You know, that's all I want to do. But don't get me wrong, I want the Wi-Fi router more because I know more exclusives on there. I actually have a lot more games for my Wi-Fi routers, previous generation. You know, the we're gonna call it the sandwich console. So continue. What were you saying, Shadow?
Saying the Xbox is the router box, and the PS5 is a toaster oven.
Yeah. No, I seriously think the Xbox looks like a fridge. The Series X looks like a fridge. It really does. They actually made a fridge that looks like the Series X.
A big giant fridge.
An actual working fridge.
I want one.
I do
so
too.
Bad.
I really want one. Miranda.
I feel bad for whoever's gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, I think it's in the Microsoft headquarters office. Miranda, how do you feel about this?
The Xbox Series S.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They discontinue making things all the time, so I mean, I'm not honestly surprised that they're stopping that production on that.
But I mean, this early.
The 360 happened real quickly, so I mean.
Yeah, I will say this: like this early seems a little premature because, like, honestly, not enough people are getting their hands on the Series X right now. Yes, you could get the Series S pretty cheap, but like, you know.
I understand that, but still, like, I mean,
yeah,
they stop production on things all the time. So again, it's not uncommon to see stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of fair.
Even then, I think they're gonna come out with a new series.
Oh
like
no, they probably
X,
will.
Whatever.
In the next
Yeah,
couple
there
years.
are. I mean, even then, like that, like when E3 happens this year, they're probably gonna announce like we have new hardware, new tech. Even though everybody just got done
even more
spending money on buying.
powerful.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna get an Xbox, if you're gonna get a new Xbox, you might as well just get a PC instead, because that's all it really is.
Yeah.
It's a glorified PC.
I don't care, but it's dick.
Damn it!
A dumb fuck.
Okay.
I'm tired. Fuck.
Anyways, if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and go into our fifth topic.
Let's go.
All right, our fifth topic for the night is it's official. We actually have. I'm gonna keep saying it's official, but anyways, we have the official first look at the new Batgirl costume in the upcoming Batgirl movie, and it actually looks kind of fucking dope. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty comic accurate. Still don't know about the actress. Haven't really seen her in much of anything else. I hope she's good. And I'm super pumped to see Michael Keaton be her Batman. That's kind of cool. Which apparently Michael Keaton is going to be the Batman of the DCEU, which I think is... I don't think it's going to last long enough. I really don't, because Pattinson takes place in his own universe. Thank God. I don't know. I really don't. I'm happy that Pattinson...
God forbid them.
Well, here's the thing. I think Pattinson's universe is like, okay, we're going to keep that its own separate thing. He can have all of his rogues and all that fun stuff. Basically make it a Gotham-esque kind of thing. And I'm glad about that.
So the girl that plays Batgirl, Leslie Grace.
Yeah.
She was in the Heights.
Right, she was. I forgot about that.
She played Nina.
I still haven't seen In the Heights.
Yeah, but she played
Nina.
Yeah.
Now I remember
she hasn't been in a lot of stuff, but she played Nina in... I'm like... The name sounded familiar when I looked up.
Yeah.
I wanted to see who it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she was in that.
Some of the In the Heights people, not all of them, but most of them were all in Broadway. Like, most of them all were known for Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before they did the show.
Oh, by the way, so speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda stuff, be on the lookout because it is only a matter of time before we get a live-action Hamilton movie.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking for it. A lot of people want it so bad.
No, I'm just gonna be skeptic about it.
I am too, because that's a long show, and there's only so much you can cut out of it, and I can only think of like maybe 5 minutes.
It would be rated R. It would be rated R.
They can make it PG-13.
No, I don't think so.
They can make it PG-13.
I think they're gonna.
It'd be PG-13.
I mean, PG-13. They're only gonna probably show like maybe shooting, because he's probably gonna go towards like more musical than gory and other stuff. So.
Yeah.
I'm not saying because of the gore. I'm saying because of the sexuality and everything. It's going to be, and the sex. It's going to be rated R.
I don't think they're gonna.
I don't
There's
think so.
There's a lot more scenes of it than you think if you actually pay attention enough.
Well,
and listen to the
you can
actual
innuendo the shit though. Like, honest to God, I mean, yeah, you can still do a musical number around them, basically having
and even
sex.
Disney's gonna want its hands on it if it even happens too.
Well,
so,
yeah,
I mean...
that's the thing. And Disney's not gonna make a rated R movie, not under the Disney logo. And Hamilton will be for sure under the Disney logo. Not saying that it should be
Disney
rated R.
does own. Well, because Disney owns 20th Century Fox, they could put it under that title.
They could, but they're not going to.
Could, but they're not going to because they know that's
going
to make them a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
They could.
If they wanted to make it rated R, then yes, they would do that. But however, that was their big pusher for Disney Plus. Is like, hey, we got Hamilton.
Yeah.
We got the Hamilton. Like, yeah, no, Disney's gonna ride that coattail for quite a while. I'm pretty sure they're already working on it with Lin-Manuel.
I feel like they're going to make it rated R.
I just don't see it. I really don't. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve to be.
And like I don't. Like
no, it doesn't deserve to be,
to...
but I can see them going and making it.
I don't, because of Disney. Disney, like, the furthest they'll go is PG-13. I'm telling you, I just do not see.
I get that.
Yeah.
So, I know when they made the pro shot for it, it was PG-13, but if they're actually making a live-action version of this, I'm concerned on a few different levels, and I'm not going to go into all that.
They will cut stuff out, though.
They're way longer.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is they will cut a lot of stuff.
I don't think Lin-Manuel would want to cut that stuff out, though, because that is.
I'm not saying they will cut. I'm not saying they'll cut that out. I'm just saying I think that they will cut certain elements out because for runtime and B for. No, I'm just saying I'm not saying they're gonna cut that particular stuff out.
They're not gonna cut it.
No, I know they're not going to. I'm just saying.
It's a 2-hour and 40-minute. If you think about it, it's only 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is. Endgame was longer than that, so they're not gonna cut anything. If anything, they'll add shit and make it a 3-hour movie.
I don't see them doing that. I really don't.
I don't
because
see them
Endgame was more like a celebration of Marvel. That's really what it was.
They're not gonna make it a fucking.
The most they'll do is 2 hours and 40 minutes. Like a 2-hour 40-minute play, they will do that, and they could cut out 10 minutes and make it a 2.5-hour movie. I could see them doing that. I'm not saying they're going to cut out anything of major importance. I think they might cut a few things short here and there, but I still think they're going to tell the whole story.
They can.
Here's my prediction.
In order to tell the full story, it has to be at least that long, if not longer.
I'm saying they might cut some song segments short.
They have done longer movies though. Were they good? They're okay, but you're not gonna sit through a 5-hour movie.
I'm not saying 5 hours. I'm saying 3 hours is a good time.
For a stage play, yes. For a movie, no.
I agree with you. I agree.
Did you not go and sit through a 3-hour movie to see Endgame?
I did twice. However, 3-hour movies do not happen very often in theaters. Okay. The last 3-hour movie
was over 3 hours.
What's movie?
Titanic.
Yeah, that's Titanic. That's James Cameron. I'm not saying that 3-hour movies don't exist. I'm not saying that people aren't willing to sit through 3-hour movies. I'm just saying, usually when you hear Disney musical, you think 2.5 hours, if not 2-hour movie.
Look, In the Heights. I'm gonna tell you right now how many minutes there are. 143 minutes.
That is
For
barely
In the
over 2
Heights.
hours.
Exactly. So essentially, they could essentially do that, and pull of like In the Heights instead of Manuel
They changed a
Miranda
lot.
taking
Hold
it,
up.
taking
They
it
changed a
to-
lot of shit in that from the stage play.
Yes, and
I
that's
know,
how you do
I
it. You
know,
can't
and
do
they
a
would've
direct
gotten
adaptation.
canceled, too.
Yeah,
They would have gotten canceled for it too.
yeah.
Because I love this movie. I still love this movie, even though they changed it. Because I have a lot of gripes with it.
Yeah.
I digress. The
Plus, they're gonna
Hamilton
want to
movie,
change
the way they're gonna
things
do
to make it their own, to put their own spin on it. That's exactly what they're gonna do. And I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
there's
if
a difference
Lin-Manuel
for.
has any say
say
in
in it.
any of that, he
Yeah.
would want it to be as close to the Broadway play for that reason, because it is historical accuracy.
And I get that, and I understand that, but you also got to
We-
remember
we
Lin-Manuel
understand.
Miranda was in a lot of control of In the Heights as well, and he was willing to make compromises and like, okay, we can maybe cut that out because that works in a stage play, doesn't really work in a movie. There's certain elements that will
And
work for
also
a
you
stage
gotta
play
know your
audience. Like, okay, look at Dear Evan Hansen. I'm sure Dear Evan Hansen is a 4-hour play, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's a really long
No,
play.
it's not.
It's not? Okay.
It's not that long.
Okay, but still, you also got to put in intermissions. You don't have intermissions in movies anymore. So it's like, you do that, you're not going to necessarily put intermissions in this. I genuinely think 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, 40 minutes. Maybe. I can maybe see them pushing it to that. But I'm just saying, like, I don't see Disney, if they're going to, because the thing with Disney, the only reason why they were willing to do that with Endgame is because everybody wanted to see Endgame. They knew it. They knew they were going to get butts and seats regardless. Had to change around the movie schedule, like how they schedule which theater room plays that movie. I don't think they're going to push that with Hamilton because A, it's a musical, and yes, I get it. It was one of the most popular musicals. However, that being said,
And it's still one of the most popular musicals.
Exactly.
Even with the pandemic.
even with the
Yes.
pandemic, I get that. I'm just saying, I do not see
Here's the
them
thing,
trying
we're-
to change so much like what they did with Endgame, where they had 10 years of Marvel movies behind that. Whereas this has, yes, a thing on Disney Plus, and yes, is one of the most popular stage plays, or is one of the most popular Broadway plays to this day. I don't see them doing that. I mean, look at Cats. Cats, I think, is like a 3-hour play, if I'm not mistaken. I think Cats is
So,
like 3
Cats was
hours.
You
even-
actually go and watch Dear Evan Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
The entire run is approximately 2 hours and 30 minutes, and that's only with a 15-minute intermission. So you're looking at 2 hours and 45 minutes in total.
Which, by the way, I hope you realize Dear Evan Hansen came out on disc recently. The movie.
Oh no, I did. I saw it today at Walmart, and I
Snagged a
did
copy.
not have money to buy it.
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
I didn't have the
You know
money
what? I
to
feel
buy
that.
my groceries.
I feel that because I literally went to Target the day that I went to go see Kingsman.
Upper.
The day that I went to go see Kingsman, or The Kingsman. The day that I went to go see that, I was walking around in a Target and I saw No Time to Die, Shang-Chi, and Black Widow, and I'm like, I need all three of you to complete my collection.
Hey, you fucking potato.
What?
It's Shang-Chi, not Shang.
Shang-Chi, not
I'm
Shang?
going off of what the movie
Shang?
said. The
Shang.
movie called him Shang.
I understand that the fucking movie is also changing so many of the
Yeah.
fucking things.
It's not my favorite
Like-
Marvel movie. I'm only
like
keeping it. The only reason
fucking
why I
Red
would get it.
Soul
It's
protector
not.
of the film.
My okay.
You know how many
my
people told me to
favorite.
go watch it, bro?
Okay, it's good. It's a good Marvel movie. It is unique enough for the first 2/3, and then from the end of it, it goes to your typical Marvel fluff. By that I mean
Say-
big CGI fight.
You want to know one thing I can respond with that?
Hmm.
What do they call him in the M. Night Shyamalan version of that will not be named?
Ong.
Ang?
What's his name?
Sokka.
Really?
His name is really Aang. I get it. I get it. I get it, buddy. I get it. I will start saying Shang around you. How's that? Anyways, we got off on a huge tangent. Let's go ahead and go to our next topic, which was brought by he who shall not be named and is not currently here. Anyways. Apparently, there are with the new haptic gloves, we are getting closer and closer to VR that you can feel, and this is going to be a very short topic, I can already tell, because while cool that is, I fucking hate Oculus. I do not like VR. I've played VR, it's fun, but I don't want to own it.
Still scared of VR.
The only person probably in this group that owns it, I love my VR.
I like VR. I do not want to pay for VR.
My thing is,
Sword Art Online.
Need your headache.
Sword Art Online. I fucking can't stress this enough. People will. There is shit gonna happen. That's all I'm saying. People are gonna
Sword
get
Art
plugged into
Online.
fucking
I've
game.
heard. Okay, I've heard Sword Art Online. I've heard fucking Ready Player One. I've heard it all. I'm done. VR is essentially an excuse. Look at. Okay, you want to know how far VR has come? Look at VR chat.
Not very far.
My point exactly. No one gives a dick. They're just trying to do the futuristic shit. And while granted, I will say this: Doom VFR.
As soon as it does, that's what I'm worried about. As soon as it gets to a niche where it's going to be,
it's bound to happen.
It
is
is
fucking bound to happen, and it's fucking scary.
Anyways, Doom VFR is fun. Super Hot is a lot of fun. I actually like the Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, whatever. There's a lot of fun.
Tale of
Darth Vader or whatever.
No, Tales from
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, it's that game.
Mm-hmm.
They had a game with Rick
that
and
one
Morty.
is really fun. Like, I mean, it's like
they did have a Rick and Morty
you have to
VFR.
duck and everything. You have to be like super, like, interactive with it. It's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
I bought that while it was on sale during Christmas.
Yeah. I will eventually get a VR, but I will probably never really play with it. That's the only really reason why I'm like, I don't want to spend the money on it, because I will play with it once or twice and then it'll just collect dust.
I don't have the space for it. That's my only issue. Is I would love to play it more. I don't have the space.
I don't know if I would have the space by the time I have the money to get it, and that's the problem.
See, I was always thinking, I'm like, I want a VR, but then I started thinking, how long am I gonna like actually
use it?
Yeah,
like, it's kind of like the Kinect. Like, it's like everybody wanted it, and then it didn't happen.
I would use it a lot more if I had the space.
It's not funny for me.
What's up?
I will spend maybe half an hour on a VR. I will be on my fucking knees in pain because of how bad of a migraine I will get from it.
Yeah. I know people with motion sickness cannot use VR.
Out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like,
the problem.
Oculus Rift came out, and I don't care who you were, everybody got sick from the Oculus Rift.
Bro, you remember the Nintendo 3DS? How it just made everything a little blurrier? You guys remember the Nintendo 3DS and everybody's like, oh my god, it's 3D. I'm like, I'm getting a migraine. Stop it. Turn it off.
Yes.
I didn't have it either. I didn't have it either. I just had friends that did, and I'm like, I hate this. No, yeah, no, nobody uses the 3D for the 3DS. I'm like,
you want to know how much I turn on the 3D?
0.
I have had it for 4 years and never turned it on.
Don't. It will give you a migraine. 100%. Like, I don't even get migraines all that often. I hated 3D. I'm like, do I have to go cross-eyed for this?
The major.
The fucking setting.
Nah, it's come up.
3D.
Yeah, I never understood why it was it wasn't like a Switch. It was just.
Oh, that one's cute though.
Yeah.
That is cute. Yeah. But anyways, any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the Oculus Rift gloves getting closer to VR that you can feel?
See, I can't.
It's going to be used in porn. I already know it.
It's gonna be.
Here's my.
It's already going to be used for porn. I'm telling you right now.
It already is.
I would say I'm shocked.
It already is.
I would say I'm shocked.
It already is.
VR.
I want to know more about it before considering to buy it, because I mean that sounds like something I would love to buy, just due to the fact that I would love to be able to, on certain games, be able to feel how like animals are on games.
Yeah.
I'm not
Shadow.
diving in. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
I ain't using
What-
fucking porn. Y'all are weird.
I'm not diving in. I don't care. SAO got me fucking scarred. You got me fucked up.
That's my thing. Is if Florida Online does happen, Shad, we have to make sure somebody's protecting you at all times.
Hey,
You're assuming my dumbass is gonna be trapped in it.
mine would.
I know quite a few people that would. Seth being included.
Seth and me will be trapped, so have fun, y'all.
Mhm.
Protecting us.
I will say, and I'm just gonna bring it up real quick, but if you don't like the feeling of not knowing where the ground is, don't play Elite Dangerous. There's no up, there's no down, side to side. Do not play it if you do not like not feeling the ground.
Yeah.
There is no
That's
ground.
called Vertigo, and I
Yeah.
have it, so there are certain games I can't play because of it.
Mhm. All right, you guys ready to go into our final two topics?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right, so our next segment is actually going to be a mainstay for as long as the season goes on. Peacemaker has premiered this Thursday on HBO Max, and we will be getting new episodes every Thursday. But of course, we got the first 3 episodes this week, and I just wrapped them up not 2 minutes before the podcast, and I'm actually interested to see where this goes.
That's it, because I haven't seen this yet.
We're not gonna spoil it. We're just gonna bring our non-spoiler thoughts to
We're
the
not gonna
table.
spoil it.
Yeah, we're just gonna bring our
I
non-spoiler
haven't
thoughts.
seen it yet, so but hold
Yeah.
on real quick.
We're not gonna say spoilers,
Yeah.
Gallows. We're just gonna
We're not
talk
gonna
about
say
our
spoilers.
thoughts.
I'm on, like, the half-
We're gonna
don't
keep it
even say
spoiler
anything
free.
about it
You
right
know.
yet now, yet.
Yeah.
Watched it yet. Can't bring any spoilers, but
Yeah.
I am surprised
I still think
it with John Cena being in it, and you can't see me.
Yeah, okay, so the funny thing about John Cena is I personally do not see him as a leading man, but under James Gunn's direction, he's actually a pretty decent, like, I actually feel for this character. I kind of feel bad for him, you know? I genuinely like the fact that Patrick, what's his name? Played the T-1000.
I love seeing you struggle.
I'm trying to remember his name. Oh my god, what's his
I
name?
know what you're talking about. I just can't remember his name either.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
well, he's
Patrick
dead now.
something.
Swayze.
No, Swayze's been dead for years.
Fuck.
You ever wonder why Swayze hasn't necessarily been in movies? It's because he died.
I'm pretty sure if he was still alive, there'd be another Dirty Dancing movie.
Oh,
Here's
fuck
the
yeah.
Here's the thing, John Cena, and from me watching
Robert
his
Patrick.
career slowly go-
Robert Patrick plays his dad. Which is fucking
yeah, Robert
awesome.
Patrick, yeah, is fucking legend.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, John Cena has been getting a lot better with his acting. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
during the
yeah.
beginning, you know, like I think, you know, not just even, you know, a lot of people don't give him credit at all because of his wrestling in general. But honestly, you know, if you have the right actor and the right people, I think he can pull off a lot of good characters and a lot of good movies. I mean, they won't be like, you know, making billions and millions, you know, but I
No.
mean, they'll still make, you know, good amount of
He's-
money, and
Yeah.
you know, he'll build up his resume. as
Here's
an
the thing.
actor.
I think he's kind of like Tom Cruise. When it's the John Cena show for more than 5 minutes, it's not good. But
Yeah.
when he's with a very charming and unique cast like he is in this show, it's actually pretty dope. Now, I will say this. It seems like a mostly tame show until, well, okay, the main thing until they start saying the F-bomb every 5 seconds. Because it's James Gunn. James Gunn wrote and directed these first 3 episodes, and I think he's still gonna, I think he wrote the entire season, but he's only directing the first 3 episodes. So I'm curious to see who all else is gonna be directing. I would love Robert Rodriguez to hop in on this, just because I like most everything Robert Rodriguez does. But that
I
being
don't-
said,
It's a bad movie or show.
no. And even if it is quote unquote bad, I think it's well. Okay, Spy Kids 4 is a different story, but that's just me.
we don't
we
talk
don't-
about Spike.
We don't talk about Spy Kids 4. We don't. But anyways, that being said, I'm super pumped to see where this show goes, just because it is okay. If you guys have ever seen Super, with Dwight from The Office playing a guy who basically is getting divorced from his wife, and then he quote unquote has a vision from God to become a superhero, and he starts like beating people up with a freaking socket wrench.
Oh no.
Or no. It's like the big the big red one. It's like the big red one.
Yeah.
Hello, Napkin Bird.
Okay.
Thank you for subscribing the other day.
Prequel. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds to me.
It's
It
James
sounds
Gunn.
like a prequel kick-ass.
It does, but it's more like, okay, I mean, there's like elaborate the main villains kinda are these creatures called butterflies, and it's kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. I'm actually super pumped to see where that goes. But I will say this: it's cool that he has like he goes at one point he goes activate Sonic Boom, and like this helmet just like causes this big ass explosion, and it like protects him. And I'm like, that's actually kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. It's a perfect excuse to give him different helmets each time. But yeah, no, it's actually really cool. This guy takes a beating throughout this show too, especially in episode 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Like in episode 2, he gets his
God.
ass handed to him. But I will say this: I'm super pumped to see where this show goes, especially with the scale that we end episode 3 on. I'm super pumped to see where it goes. Also, I'm just gonna say this, hands down, one of the funniest intros I've ever seen. The fact that they're doing all these dances with like the straightest of faces.
It just gives me Napoleon Dynamite feels.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what they're
like,
going for. That kind of dry, awkward
like,
humor.
Yeah, and all, like just the humor itself and like the comedic timing has been on point every single time. So I mean,
but that's James Gunn for you. James Gunn knows how to direct comedy. Even if it's off-brand, I mean, this is like pure off-brand comedy for James, which makes sense because he did his version of Suicide Squad, and that was very, what the fuck, you know. I do like that they referenced the movie. What's up?
What was it? There's no comparison to how he acted in how he acts in the show and how he acts inside the movie. The comparison of how trouble his past is.
Yeah, in this, I think they're actually allowing him to be a little goofier than in the movie, because in the movie I didn't really see it all that much besides the bar scene.
In the movie he was more serious and more like kind of like on a direct path. This is kind of more like giving him breathing room to like kind of like slowly fold out his character.
And I definitely like the fact that slight spoilers for Suicide Squad. I definitely like the fact that they reference that he feels bad about killing Flag. It was, however brief it was, I was like, I know they had to bring it up. They just had, there's no way they could go throughout the show without bringing it up. So I actually like the fact.
I thought he died in the movie.
Who? Peacemaker?
Yeah, he got crushed by debris.
Also gets shot in the neck, but well, okay, so there's a post-credit scene where what's his name, the guy with the beard and the glasses, and this blonde lady who actually are in the show. They're the only returning characters aside from John Cena, and like Viola Davis makes a cameo as Amanda Waller very briefly. It's like on a computer screen, but they go to a hospital and they see that he's kind of like in a coma kind of thing. But the show picks up like really quickly after he wakes up, so that was very nice to see. But yeah, you know, I definitely like this kind of dry, you know, like he says what he's gonna say, whether it's wrong or right. Like he mispronounces somebody's name, and he just says it with so much confidence. I'm like, that is actually genuinely funny. I appreciate that. That's the type of humor that John Cena can do. It's that kind of deadpan, very dry, wooden kind of humor. It's very
well, I mean, John.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like, if I'm being honest, like even when he started doing movies, like genuinely, like if you don't know John Cena as a wrestler,
Yeah.
like him in the entertainment business, his humor, he's fucking hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like a lot of people give him crap for still being like a good guy or whatever, good guy wrestler, or the baby wrestler, or being child friendly. But when he's not, oh boy, he is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I think one of the best movies when he had the ugly ass neck tattoo.
Oh, what was it? Pain and Gain, I think is what it was.
No. It was a different one. He plays a drug dealer. Can't remember what it's called.
Oh, I know which movie you're talking about.
But I don't know what movie.
Yeah, I don't either. But any more thoughts, comments, concerns on Peacemaker episodes 1 through 3?
I'll probably watch them. Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Miranda,
I would highly recommend anybody who.
We're going on to Book of Boba Fett. So.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So on to our final topic for the night, and then we're gonna wrap this up because I have work tomorrow and it's 10 o'clock. So. Alrighty then, on to our next topic. Book of Boba Fett also had its third episode this morning, or this Wednesday, and this is a topic that Lewis has been waiting for. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and get my thoughts out of the way, just to put you in more and more constant tightening pressure of wanting to burst. Anyways, I genuinely enjoyed this episode. What I thought would happen, happened to the Tusken Raiders. Of course it did. I knew it was going to get to that way because there's no other way that he was just going to peacefully leave. But I do like how this episode really kind of... I mean, I was expecting this like big build-up between the Wookiee and Boba Fett. I forget the Wookiee's name. I know there's like a comic explaining that what all happened between them, and it's just kind of done. But I still am super excited to see what the twins do. Though granted, okay, you cannot tell me that the purple one does not look like what's his name from Clone Wars. No, it's not. That's a sister.
Yeah,
that's a female. The purple is a female. In the show, the purple one is a male.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, completely different voices.
Same one.
No,
you're right because the purple one had those yellow eye bags on there.
Yeah, and this one's just kind of pale purple, almost like a Dino kind of purple. But anyways, yeah, I'm super interested to see where the show goes, especially because we know that the mayor's up to something. There's no way he isn't.
Why wouldn't he be?
Exactly. It's Tatooine. Everybody's corrupt.
I feel like it's Boba Fett's past catching up with him.
I'm telling you right now, I would be not shocked at all if we eventually in some random ass show find out that Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru owed gambling debts to the Hutts and they're the ones that burned down the house, not the stormtroopers. And then, like Luke goes on this whole journey because of that, and he had no idea. That would be hilarious.
That would be interesting.
It'd be interesting, but it'd be so funny. It'd be like, I heard that, Owen and Beru, like, they just got, like, murdered by stormtroopers. And it's like, actually, no, they owed money to the Hutts.
I do like the fact that he did hire those, extra, I forget what they're called, the Outlaws.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those guys were pretty cool. Even though they have the gamer bikes, they have the RGB bikes.
Yes, I loved that.
Yeah,
the RGB bikes.
They have the Razor Kraken bikes.
The celebrity class was awesome.
Oh, dude, I love the fact that Danny Trejo was in this, and I'm like, okay, Boba Fett, if he's gonna be taking over Jabba's palace, he has to get a Rancor. There's no way he's not going to get a Rancor.
Happy about that.
And we find out more about Rancors, which I found really cool because, we started to in Bad Batch, which I still haven't finished, by the way. Don't hate me. Even though if you see my recent TikTok, I have a bandana. I have a red bandana that is very Rambo-esque for the most Rambo-esque of characters. Anyways, I won it in a giveaway. If you've been watching the podcast long enough.
I wasn't surprised that Machete fucking did a cameo.
Well, it's a Robert
I was
Rodriguez
not
project. Dude, anytime Robert Rodriguez does a project, he's gonna include Danny Trejo in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's of the briefest of cameos. Dude, Danny Trejo was in fucking Dusk Till Dawn. He played the bartender.
Yeah.
And he also had Cheech Marin playing the guy outside, which was hilarious. I will say this. Favorite Robert Rodriguez movie right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Dusk Till Dawn. Dusk Till Dawn is one of my favorite Robert Rodriguez movies. No, he did Spy Kids. He did all the Spy Kids. He did Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh,
he did We Can Be
Kills.
Heroes. He did Machete and Machete Kills. And he needs to do Machete in Space before Danny Trejo becomes 80. Because Danny Trejo's like 70, my guy. Danny Trejo's not old. I mean, he's not young.
I still loved him in the Spy Kids. Like, you cannot say, like, he was not good.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and okay,
So
the
good.
confusing thing
great
about
in Spy
Spy Kids is Machete is their uncle. They even call him Cortez in Machete Kills.
Yeah.
But, like,
He's like, I'm not your
Junie and
uncle.
Carmen... No. Junie shows up in the first Machete movie as, like, this random cholo thug. And then...
Yeah.
Like, you have Carmen, and they're not the same characters, they're different characters, but then you have Carmen showing up as, like, a freaking brothel prostitute in the second one, and it's like, the fuck? Like, I mean, I get it, they're grown up, they wanted to push away from sidekicks, but, like, they wanted to push away from Spy Kids, but I'm like, bro, I grew up with you guys, what the fuck? It's like, the fuck?
Chad, I'm gonna call you out mid-podcast. We both damn well know you watched your ass in all the Spy Kids.
Oh, shit.
Whoa!
Actually, to be fair, never really had a crush on Carmen.
I don't think anybody did. I
No, Carmen was attractive.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't like
A lot
her,
of people.
but yeah, wasn't my thing.
Don't get me wrong. I love my Latin females, but
Yeah.
like when it came down to Carmen, I felt more of a tomboy, situation.
She did kind of
Yeah,
grow
it is-
into it though. Honestly, in Machete Kills,
You
Yeah.
might have been watching Carmen, but you know damn well you were watching Mom.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
God, yes.
Okay, and because every man can admit this, Antonio Banderas
Loved
was Ryan Reynolds before Ryan Reynolds on level of attractiveness.
Yes. Yes.
know this.
Well,
Yeah,
back
we all
to
know this.
Boba Fett. Holy fuck.
Also, if
because-
Antonio Banderas shows up, I'm going to be very happy. Who joined? Who is this? Faye!
We're on the last topic.
Oh
on the
my
last
god.
I'm scared.
Oh my god. We're talking about Book of Boba Fett season
Hey, run.
episode 3.
Literally did not think that it would go 0 to 100 real quick because like I was enjoying the slow pace and they just out of nowhere just like, no,
Yeah,
hold my beer, here you go, let's take a joyride.
pretty
Ship
much.
to sail.
Oh my god, we're not even recording anymore. Fucking Streamlabs closed. You know what? That's
Rip.
it. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm just done.
Honestly, that's the reason why I hopped in here, because I checked the link that you sent me and I'm like, oh, we're streaming. I'm gonna pop in here.
Whoa, okay, we had to restart the
Oh,
stream, and according to this, like, apparently Streamlabs is still, like, running, because I still have the little yellow square, but, like,